Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Earth Ascending Consciousness. And my name is Robin Nicole, and I'm a New Earth AC Unity host.
I'm David Starr. I'm a New Earth AC Unity host as well.
And I'm Bonnie Bird, and I'm also a New Earth AC Unity host, and I'm really happy to be here and see you guys today.
Yeah, me too. I thought before we got started and we brought our guest in, that we would kind of just tell everybody what is the New Earth Ascending Consciousness, because there's a little bit of confusion out there. People don't really know, and this is kind of something different that we're doing. And so I thought it would be a good idea just to kind of tell everybody what it is that we're doing. So basically, the New Earth Ascending Consciousness is a Facebook group, and it's created with the intention to help raise the vibration of all the humans on the planet. It is highly interactive group that is not really like most Facebook groups out there. And the goal or the dream behind this group is to create a social media platform for those people looking to really make a difference in our society. And we all came together. We all kind of had a vision, myself and David and Bonnie, and also our other Unity host, which is Jessie May. And she's just not here with us today. And we all kind of had the same idea and the same kind of vision of what we wanted to do. And so we really wanted to kind of create a prototype of the way that the new Earth will be like when we fully go into the 5D consciousness. And we thought we'd try it on social media, because if we could do this on a social media platform, then we could actually really do this in real life in our communities and all over the world. And so we decided to step up the game. And instead of just like a normal Facebook group where you're just kind of putting up posts and that's kind of all that happens inside of them, we decided to make it interactive. And so we have these online Zoom room unity circles, which are kind of like a workshop, where people can go to and we can dive into all different kinds of topics and learn all different kinds of things. And it's kind of like opening up your spiritual toolbox. And when you go in, you learn from different people, and everybody has a different perspective on how to raise their vibration. And you get to go in, you get to learn from all different kinds of people. And then you can start taking little tools that you learn in each one of these unity circles, and you can kind of put it into your toolbox, and it'll help raise the vibration of not only yourself, but of the planet as well. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah. David and Bonnie, would you like to add to that a little bit?
Well, it's a place where you can meet other light workers and network. And you can direct them over to your personal page if you want to show them the rest. You're kind of like the teachers are kind of giving you a taste of who they are. And then if you like what they do, then you can go on over to their personal page. And it's just all about helping each other in these at this time, ascend in these energies and the higher energies, and to give people the tools to do it.
Pretty much. And one thing that we were told by our spirit guides when we went to organize this and try to get this out there, we were told that we need to make this available to everybody, and to make it so that people's different financial circumstances wouldn't get in the way of them being able to experience this. And so we are giving all of these from our heart. Every single one of everybody that is offering a unity circle and hosting one, and all of the work that Bonnie, myself, David, and Jessie do is all from our heart, and we give it without any expectation of getting anything back or any like material gain. This is just kind of, I think what our guides were showing us is how we're going to be manifesting in the future. And if you give from your heart without expectation, then you open up a whole new way of manifesting. And so that's what we're trying to do here in this group.
And for the teachers that volunteer to do the unity circles, they can, if they choose, they can put up a donate button, and that's okay. And you can also direct them over to your personal page if you want them to pay for your paying classes. So it's kind of just a way to meet people and to learn new things and to share.
And it's a good way to get energy, like feel your energy. Like, so if you are teaching a class or having sessions with people, it's a good way to like meet new people and get a chance for other people to feel your energy. And it's just, I think it's a good way to get to, go out and find new clients and things like that.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add to that. There's a lot of people out there awakening to their gifts, and a lot of people that have been working with their gifts for many years, and they might think, well, I don't want to share my gifts. If I share my gifts, then I give away my secrets. But I mean, I share a lot of mine, and every time I share, I get more. And the more that you share, the more gifts that you get. So by sharing your gifts, you're advancing yourself as a spiritual being. And
without expectation of what you're going to get back from it. You're just sharing it from your heart.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
And the universe rewards you 1,000 times over from sharing and giving from your heart. And that's the way the universe operates. So we definitely want to see everybody come on that has gifts to share their gifts, to participate in these amazing unity circles where there's so much energy and activations and so much to learn. Everybody takes something away, everybody learns something, and we're helping each other to move into the new earth energy.
And that's what unity consciousness is all about. It's about sharing from the heart, learning to love each other and to be compassionate and share each other's space, and just being able to just be around each other and be comfortable and not worry about of judgment or any of that. This is just a place of love and a place of sharing and the sharing of the heart. And so that's pretty much what we're up to. We're just trying to embody the new earth and the energies that is of the new earth. So
yeah, it's so amazing.
So thank you guys for I think it's nice that we were able to kind of explain this a little bit better so that people can understand what we're doing. So today we're bringing on a lady that she has decided that she's going to come on and host a unity circle. And she is a person that I've had on before. I've had her on my Shine Your Light network, and I think you kind of all know her. She was in the Higher Self Expo as well. And her name is Nora Creed, and she's from Ireland. And she is a Transference Healing practitioner and teacher. And she's going to be doing a unity circle on Friday, the 23rd of October. And her unity circle is going to be called How to Take Responsibility for Your Own Energy. And she's going to be coming in and she's going to be bringing in some tools and techniques on how to take responsibility for your own energy. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on the lady herself. So let's bring on Nora and give her a big welcome. Hi, Nora.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me on.
You're very welcome.
Nora!
Hi, David! Bonnie!
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Okay, when Robin asked me what would I call it, I hadn't decided what I was even going to do, but it was coming into my head for a good while that there's some basics that people actually don't know. There are people waking up now that don't know, that mightn't know the basics. And I'm talking about even just the basics of white light. Like that is my intent on the 23rd, is to actually go in a bit deeper even into what is white light, why does it do what it does, and just to go in and give my perception, my perception of what it does for me, what I have to do to keep myself balanced. Because, you know, since 2012 to 2020, the doors have been opening up. There's so much energy coming in. And ever since the 19th of December to 21st of December 2019, things have just amplified and amplified. And we know heading towards the 21st of December this year, it's so much more difficult to keep balanced. And I just pulled 3 cards yesterday, and just to give an idea, because this is just in my mind a lot about keeping ourselves balanced in the middle of all of this. I'm not talking about going in deep. I'm talking about just keeping from being exhausted. Because it's very, very tiring work. Because just this energy flooding into us, and it's shifting us. It is shifting. Like 1 minute you're looking at the birds and you're all bliss, and the next minute you're down in the dumps, and it's up and down and up and down. And it is hard to keep balanced. And even because we are opening up so much more, even the food we're eating now we know it's having more of an impact on us.
I've even noticed that the food that we're eating, like if you eat something that really is, your stomach isn't able to digest it properly, it's like instantly your stomach is just like going around and it's hurting so bad. And it's just like you might have just had like something that you normally would have had all the time, and all of a sudden your stomach just can't hold it anymore.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people out there who don't, like, they're waking up, so they don't really realize that when you go shopping, you know, you're inside in all these energies, and you have to prepare yourself. I do feel, and I didn't think it would come this fast, that more and more and more people have to become aware that there's an energy field to be maintained, as well as your body. And it's just, I'm talking white lighting, I'm talking water, drinking it, bathing in it, showering in it, looking at it, thinking about it. You know, it is so powerful. Nature is just after amplifying to such an extent. And it's so good for us.
You said that, Nora. You know what just hit me when you just said that, and you were talking about how when we go out into, like, you know, just to go get into the grocery store or whatever like that, and we have to it's like we're learning that there's an energy field around us. Isn't it kind of funny how when we're going into the grocery store now, we have to wear the masks, and like it's like you have to keep everybody social distance. It's like keeping everybody away from your energy field.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. And you see, it, to me,
that just hit me when you said that. Like,
yeah, and I suppose just even talking about that, I know we need to be in each other's energy fields. It's imperative, because that's how we grow. And I suppose that's what I'd be talking about as well, is because we impact people the whole time, whether we're aware of it or not. And as women, you know, through the ages and through our genetic lines, we were made small. So unknown to ourselves, I'm going to say something now that we created chaos, because we didn't know we were these energy fields that were so powerful. And we're just beginning now to understand, oh my God, my thoughts, my feelings, my words impact so much. You know, I'm not talking just about women, men as well. You know, it's not all, you know, nobody got away lightly. The men, they didn't get away with prizes either.
It's actually harder for us.
Sorry?
I'm just kidding.
Say that again now.
I said it's actually harder for us, but I was totally joking. I was totally joking.
But I would say it is harder for you.
It is.
It actually is. Now, I've had this idea through the ages, just now there's a man here, that it's like the women have to get it first, actually, to help to raise their vibration, to help the men to come into his. Now, I could be entirely wrong about that, but this is the sense that I'm getting.
There's definitely, it feels like there's more feminine energy that is at a higher vibration, and the males are coming online, and they're like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them, but like you can sort of feel like that what you're saying is it's a bang on. The women are helping them, the masculine come online a little bit more.
And it's not that we're better or anything, it's just that we're different, but we need one another.
Oh yeah.
We cannot work without one another.
Divine union.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I mean, it's our own male and female sides as well. But that is my big thing lately. It's like, right, basic stuff. I'm talking basic. I'm talking, and what were the 3 cards I got? Turtle, grounding, Dryad, the tree spirit, energy for revitalization, and the salamander bringing in more energy for revitalization.
Right.
I think this is the big thing with us, that we are getting tired so fast. Yeah. And it's not just us, it's everybody. Because they're being impacted and bombarded. And we have to have our basic tools, the basics. We can go ahead. Yes, there's loads that we can do, and go into the shadow side and everything. But that's what the bee I have in my bonnet at the moment is basic tools, just basics, and anchoring in, and just being very conscious instead of being. And I mean, I'm talking for myself. Like, instead of being unconscious, is becoming more conscious that we are these balls of energy, and we have such an impact on one another. And that's where I thought of the responsibility. But the word like responsibility, I meant to Google it, but it's like responding to the next thing that that you've learned. It's not about, we all have to be responsible. Like, everybody hates the word responsible, but it's responding to this extra information that we have, that we are these beings of light, and how do you maintain that energy body? How do you keep it balanced? And I have made so many mistakes, and it's brilliant because I'm better at it. Like, I mean, a very simple thing, like I love my grandkids. They're beautiful. 2 9-year-old twins and a year-old little girl. But I cannot stay more than 24 hours with them. My light is gone. No matter what. I basically, they told me, and I was listening to Kathleen earlier on, and she was saying her guides were telling her and everything. Listen, I don't know who the hell my guides are, but I keep being told, I know, you've 24 hours, Nora. That's how much we're giving you. Your tank is going to go dry after that. And it's like, I didn't see anybody standing beside me, or it's just, I know it. I just know it. I'm given 24 hours.
It seems like your energy just give off energy or something like that. Because I don't accept anybody's energy, but I can feel like it's just like your presence is just like coming in, and I'm just like, hey, like I'm a giver of energy, not a receiver. Like, because some people are energy vampires, but you have this very strong energy that comes through. Oh,
yeah. I listen. I don't really understand it, but just listening to Kathleen, I know Kathleen works with the darker energies. This is the only way that I can see it. And I work with the light. And it's funny, Transference Healing is all about light. And I suppose that's what all of us, some of us work with the darker energies, more of us work with the lighter energies. Because there are people who need light at times, and there are people who need their shadow side and those darker energies, like, to be dealt with. So it's like, that's Kathleen's job, this is mine. And like, she would see things that I would never see, you know, not in a million years, like, but I know we have a different job. It's just a different job, that's all. And I think every one of us have a different job.
Yeah,
so,
we do.
Yeah, it's a different piece of the puzzle is what it is.
Yeah.
And for me, I end up doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because, I mean, with the records and stuff like that, you're going to dip into things that people, that's really dark, that they're trying to heal and release. So it's just knowing, letting your guides guide you, trusting them, and knowing that everything that you're doing is from your heart, and that you're going to help the person in any way that you can, you know. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't even have to understand it. I'm just going, fine. You know, so, do you know the way sometimes people would kind of send you a text or an email or something, you know, pray for, you know, that problem that's going on. And I'd be going, I just look up and I say, would you ever take care of that, lads? That's all I do. I said, would you take care of that? Because, and you would have a text back after going, oh, thanks so much for that. Going, that's what you said, because I'm like, it's like, I had a little bird hit the window as we were on with Kathleen, and the poor little thing was alive when I went out. And I was there, and I just held it in my hands, and I just said, lads, do what you can do for the bird. And I kind of held the bird for about 10 minutes, and then I just laid it down in a towel, and it didn't move, like. And I'm looking at it over here, 3 candles around it, and there's a crystal beside it. And I will be taking that bird. I'll be just sending him to the light, because there's nothing happening there. I'm just a channel. I don't have any say at all. Like, that bird wasn't meant to stay any longer.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way I see, no matter what I do, I say, right, okay, I turned up. Do what you have to do, lads. I'm prepared. I've done my best. You know, I spend most of my time cleaning up my own field and my own channel, and that's it. I don't understand it. I suppose I do understand it, but I don't get attached to it at all. Yeah. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's just, sometimes you might work with somebody and you be kind of thinking, what I find is sometimes, going back a bit now, I'd work with somebody, I say, God, that was a great session. And the other one, oh, that was terrible. And then I realize it's neither. It's neither. What does Buddha say? Same. And I thought, that's it. No attachment. I keep my channel clear as much as I can. I'll keep doing it. That's what I'm here for. I don't know what else to do, which is the only thing that makes sense to me on this earth. And, you know, that's it. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
There's nothing even complicated about it. You know, I just keep trying to move the energy within myself, open up my own heart, because I would have started off, you know, not being able to feel anything, you know, and that was the loneliest place ever. I don't ever want to go back there again. Yeah. And that's, you know, because I knew that would be affecting my family, my children, my grandchildren, everybody around me. And I suppose that's why I call this being responsible, because now I understand that I am responsible for this energy that I have. Yeah. So I will try my level best. And it's fun as well. It's very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about, like, for the people that don't know you and don't know what Transference Healing is, could you tell us, like, a little bit of a synopsis as to what is Transference Healing? Because it's different than some of the other different modalities and stuff that are out there. Could you just give us a little?
How would I? Do you know, it's very hard to explain it it's actually a feeling. You could talk about it till the cows come home, but actually the energy changes you, changes how you feel, how you see things, it opens your heart. It will, no matter what, even if you don't know what it does, it will do something for you. And I see people as well who kind of, come and have a session, and I would see a mile away, oh my God, it has moved energy to allow them to get that job, open that door. But the person themselves couldn't see it at all. But it doesn't matter. They weren't meant to see it. Maybe I'll see them again, or I won't. It doesn't really matter. Because it wove its way around somewhere and created change somewhere. Whether I see it or whether they see it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
So that's what it does. It creates, transference means change. It'll change you from one state of being to another. And you may not always see it.
You can feel it, though.
Certainly do something.
I remember when we did our session there, was it 2 months ago maybe? Like, I remember that during that hour, I could feel things changing in my energy, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I felt like things were opening up that weren't opening up before. So there's a testimonial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you could feel that, David. Like,
oh yeah.
And that is your gift. But for a lot of people, things would happen, but they may not see it or feel it or sense it. But I'd see it a mile away, like I'd say, right? And no attachment to it. You just can't have an attachment to it. It'll do what it's meant to do with whoever. Some people just come in and out, and more people will stay with you for a time, and you just, no attachment.
That's a very unique healing modality. I don't know if there's anyone on the planet that does it. What you're doing, I actually don't know.
Our teacher, Alexis Cartwright, she's a channel, and she's an Australian, and she works mostly multidimensionally now, and that's where the energy comes from. It comes down the line to us, down the line to the people we work with. Every time she opens up more, it comes down. And she was saying one time, there aren't many, but there are a few. Right. And there are a few as well who tap into aspects of it.
Okay.
Because remember, I suppose you're doing alchemy, light body work, inner child work. It's multidimensional. It's creating, helping you to create your Merkaba. It's ascension. It suits me down to the ground, basically. And it won't suit everybody, but it definitely suits me. Mm-hmm. Because I had done the other, lovely Reiki and IET and the bow and all the different techniques and massage, and they were all lovely, but I always knew there was something that I was missing. And the minute in 2011 that I actually found this by pure accident, I thought, this is it. This makes sense to me. And it's like, and then I have done it in Lemuria. So I thought, yeah, this makes total sense to me. But obviously nothing is lost. Everything we've done before this has been part of it anyway. It's been part of the journey. So nothing is ever lost anyway. So it's just the way it is.
So what do you tune, like, what do you channel in the transference healing? Like, is that something you can share?
Channel, you see, it works with, when you say, what do I channel?
I don't know, like what, you're bringing in energies or? Well,
you'd be working with Jesus and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and Melchizedek, Enoch, Metatron, Saint Germain, Merlin.
Oh.
You're working with the elementals. You're working with the planets. That's what's behind me here is the the black ones, they're Arcturus, Orion, and Sirius. So you're working with the planets as well. Right. You're working with the light. That's the Star of David, bringing matter into light. You're working with all the stellar light, the cosmic light, all the light aspects. You're also working with certain activations that happened at certain times, like the Crystal Cross. I can never remember, was it 2002 or 2004? There was a certain alignment of stars and planets in the sky that created this huge influx of energy. We're working with that, and many, 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 many more that I don't even know. You're working with sound, color, platonic solids, and you'll only work with what you need. You know, there's no two people will get the same healing, because through it, you divine everything. You're not in charge. I could never divine anything. Do you know what the pendulum thing? I used to be saying to my teacher, I can't do that. I don't know what that is. And she just said, just put your finger down along the page and just stop somewhere and turn away. And this is what I do. I go, yeah, right, that. And I just don't ask questions. But at the end of the day, you're there and you see this, you have all these notes written out, and then you'll see the picture. It'll tell you. And it's great fun, like, it's like going, but of course, the best fun of all is that it's for me as well, going, oh, shucks, didn't want to look at that one now. So, you know, because you attract the vibration. Your teachers are your clients. You often wonder who should be paying who, like, wouldn't you? You know, so going back to your question, platonic solids, sound, color, masters, rays, you name it.
Ether, is it something with the ether, etheric realm? You work a lot with.
Oh that. Yeah, like your earth, air, fire, water, and the fifth element, ether. I reckon the reason why it suits me so well is that since all our top chakras opened up, we are connected. We are so pulling in the energies of the cosmic worlds, the stellar lights, the cosmic light, the sun beyond, the light from the sun, the moon, the stars, all that light, and the light from the planets. And I think I bring in a lot of Syrian light. Not that that matters where it comes from or where you came from, but that's the light that's mostly the light. That's what you're talking about, David. The light that you felt there a while ago that you were saying. It's Syrian, I'd say. From as far as I understand, this, it makes sense to me. This is the Syrian light that you felt, maybe.
Yeah.
So you know.
And do you work with Ashtar command?
Oh yes, No, but I haven't. I did have a few little sessions with Ashtar. I think he just came in to say hello. Really, you know. I can't even remember what he said to me, but it was lovely. And Mother Mary as well. Mother Mary's energy comes in a lot. You know, and I know it's Mother Mary because I start crying straight away. They say, "Oh, she must be here." But you know, I wouldn't always. Remember, I started off not being able to feel anything. So me sensing vibrations, they're just extras for me. But I suppose maybe the biggest thing with me is a knowing. And it's not even an actually clairsentience. It's clair, is it clair, whatever, a knowing. And it's just like, oh, I'll do that. To the other people feel the stuff, to me at all. And I'll be saying, right, whatever comes in, I just don't ask. I don't ask or decide to do something else. I just go with it. Yeah. I just trust, you know, just trust. Because I have nowhere else to go. Because I don't have, in time, the other senses will open up, but the knowing is the biggest one. And it feels right, it is right for me. You know, if it feels peaceful and right, or if it comes in, or, you know, before a client, if I go for, we'll say, I have a dragon power here. You know, this is dragon power symbol. And if I just felt, oh, put that on, well, I know then it's got something to do with their power, you know. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't, at the time I pick it up, like, I don't know it's their power. It's only afterwards they say, oh, shit, that's why I put that on. Oh, yeah, right, I see it now. So just, and you know, it's funny now, I put it on again a while ago, and I didn't realise everybody I'm working with lately, it's all about them coming into their power. But the dragon power comes up the whole time, because the dragon power is an ancient symbol that Moses used to part the waters, Jesus used to walk on water. You know, so building our dragon, that's actually, we're all being, I suppose, trained in standing up for ourselves and speaking our truth and coming into our own power. So it's coming up all the time.
Can you put that pennant up again just so that I can see that? No,
Yeah.
It's just
Beautiful.
an equal arm cross, and it's a heart.
Okay.
It's
Do you think it's because we're in Chiron in Aries?
Oh yes, the next 7 years until 2027. We've no choice.
I think it's Pisces for like, it goes into some other one for like a few months and then it goes back into Aries again.
Yeah. So we're all, but I mean, just look at what's happening around. It's about standing in our power, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's about being so crushed in one way that you know, that it's like, you just say, right, it's like, it feels like everybody's being pushed and pushed, and some days going to say, stop, enough is enough. And that's just the feeling that I'm getting. It's like, and especially going towards the 21st of December, it's like you can only be pushed so far, and then it's like, that's it, I'm done. I cannot take any more. That's what it feels like to me, is kind of going, and it's ridiculous the amount of pushing that's going on in different, like in our own local little ways. Like, it just, you don't even have to look at it globally. You're kind of going, shucks, man. Like, you know,
everybody's talking about December 21st, and that thing has been coming up on everybody's talking about it. David, you brought that up there the other day.
December 20th is what I'm talking about. 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, something big is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
No, we are in it. It's building and building, and that's why I suppose going back to what I want to do is just for people to be more aware that they can have control over their environment, their homes. They can work on their own children. They can be more aware. They can sage their houses. They can open up their windows. They can. You can be responsible for it, for your own energy, and to help yourself and help your children and help everybody. So it's like, it's that time has come where to keep ourselves in balance. So we have to start working and doing start somewhere. Start at the start. That's because we're going to have to do it anyway, one way or another.
Yep.
So that's
you can either get in the flow and do it easier, or you can go up against it and have a hard ride down. It's your choice. It's your choice.
Yeah, because what's happening now has never ever ever happened in our any lifetime. Like we've got to a stage where we've never been here before. So it's either you learn to be in the eye of the storm and you learn to be at peace no matter what's going on around, or you try and ride that boat against the waves. And it's just
right.
And people don't know because they've been conditioned to ride the boat against the waves.
Or you could either ride at the front of the dragon, or you can be on the tail and get beat up as it wiggles all the way through.
Yeah. You know, so, you know, and people, you know, people don't know this stuff, and there's a lot of people waking up and they're, you know, they don't know this stuff, you know, yet, but they learn fast though. So it's just, it's the balance.
Yeah.
It's the balance of keeping the balance on a daily basis. On a daily basis, because most of us get up in the morning and basically we feel like, well, I don't know about you lads, but I get up a lot of mornings feeling like not good. and I would like to say that word, but then we're on air and it starts with an S. But I know it's.
They say it differently here in Ireland. They don't. They say shite.
Be like shite. Yeah, and everything is wrong. And you know, then like now I'm straight away going, oh, right. We were working hard during the night, and there's just a fog over my head. It needs to be shifted. So you go away and you open up your windows and you use your white light and you use your sage and you go away and you align yourself and balance yourself and center yourself and white light yourself and anchor yourself into the ground and just be for a while. And allow the energy to flow into you.
If it doesn't work, then just take a nap.
But you know, I have found that a lot of the time it's not sleep we need. It's just our energy tanks are so depleted at times that I find that sometimes, especially that total exhaustion where you actually wonder, will I be able to walk up the stairs? Then the one that's really exhausting, you know, there's a difference between being tired and being totally exhausted. Being physically tired and your energy tank depleted. There's actually a huge difference.
Yeah.
And it's very, you know, and the more we, you know, work with the energies, that you realize there's a huge difference. And maybe it's just running energy on yourself, whatever way that is, to actually fill up that tank. You come out of your energy work, whatever it is, and you're a different person going, I'm glad I didn't go to bed, because I wouldn't be any better if I went to bed. I would still wake up and my energy tank would still be not full. But sometimes all we need is sleep then. But sometimes we need sleep, and more times we just need to fill up our tanks. It's like you need to go to the petrol pumps. It's just fuel.
Yeah.
And of course there's so many ways, like nature and water and crystals and masters to bring in that energy. And, you know, there's so many things that we all do, but we call it different things, and we look at it a little differently, and we, you know, hopefully manage to balance ourselves.
Yeah.
Would you like
go ahead.
Would you like to do something fun, like to end this with, by maybe like pulling a card out of your deck, out of your transference deck?
Right. Do you know what I'll do? I'll have to go and get my deck now. Can I leave my space?
Well, I have a deck here. Do you want me to pull a card and you can?
Do you know what I'll do?
We'll get your deck.
Not, Robin. Just let me have 2 seconds now.
You're putting Nora on the spot. I thought it would be fun.
Do you know what? I don't even know where the deck is. Anyway, pull it. Go on. I don't know where my deck is. I don't know where it is. Go on.
Do you want me to pick one out?
Do. Yeah, do.
Okay. Well, I already pulled one for today. And so maybe we can just go with the one that I already pulled today. And it's the butterfly.
Butterfly. I love when I see that card. Butterfly is just transformation. And it's the only it's butterfly an insect? No, it's not. It's the only creature on the planet that completely changes its DNA. So transformation, big time. really big time. It's like just coming into the light, just sensing and seeing and feeling everything so differently. And that's what between here and the 21st of December is happening to us. But like, it can be either an easy ride or a nice one, you know, depending on what your perception of energy is. But the butterfly, and just see just the colors, like it's a beautiful card, like, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, butterflies, and we're talking magic here, like this is magical transformation, like, and just seeing the light, seeing the beauty, seeing the it's huge transformation.
You know what the card says to me? It says to me that even though we all are going through a huge transformation and we feel tired and icky and get exhausted, to put our focus on the beauty and on the butterfly that's coming out in the end. Look at what we're becoming, and you know, look behind you and see what you've left behind, and keep looking towards the future, because that's where the beauty's at.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I get.
Look at this card with the butterfly behind it. It looks like it's you know the cocoon that it comes out of. It looks like it's just left behind, and like the bit of the cocoon is left back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that also looks like the alchemy symbol to me. I should know these cards like backwards because I've been looking at them every day. Is that an alchemy sign? You see that, you know, that outer ring is going
this
in.
One right here, there's like a purple sign
now,
there.
It's probably my eyesight, but whether the alchemy sign is there or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just what I'm seeing. And that's actually what's happening to us. We are changing alchemically down to our very cells. We're changing from an Adam body to an Adam Cadman body. And that's bringing in more light. And that's what we were missing for eons of time. But the light is here now, and 'tis the light is going to sustain us and change us. And okay, the change will be, the change is happening on the outside, but that change is happening on the inside as well. And everything is being transformed. So it's very exciting, very tiring. If you let it, you know, it's very tiring.
It's really beautiful because we are ascending within our human body. I mean, this is the first time here on Earth, you know, this is just such an amazing time to be in. So exciting.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So that's, you know, it's like the card actually just started talking to me. I don't know if the alchemy sign is there, but that's what I see. Because I should be wearing my glasses, but you know, vanity, you know yourself. You know, that's actually it is like Bonnie said. It's such an exciting time, and we have, you know, the way we were always told, we've been actually preparing for now. But it is really for now. It's not for next year. It's for now.
Yeah.
You know, and like, who was it that said, or somebody was saying, which makes perfect sense to me, that back in Atlantis and Lemuria, when it was falling, that we projected the codes onto the future now, for us now.
Yes.
And I thought, God, that was very smart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I thought, that is the truth. I know in my heart and soul that is the truth. That's because it's just so magical, if you like.
Yeah.
You know,
like.
as long as you're not pulled into the what's happening, what is being demolished, we'll say, or changed, because that has to happen as well.
And that was one of the warnings that Alexis Cartwright gave when she did her 2020 reading for this year. Before even anything happened, she talked about power plays, and she was like, stay away from power plays because they're going to be like coming up left and right. And one of the things that we have to work through this year is to try to not get in the middle of a power play.
Yeah, absolutely. And relationships, you know, because this light that's coming in is triggering people left, right, and center, and it's bringing up, you know, it's bringing up our darkness, it's bringing up other people's darkness, and it's not to get pulled into it, walk away from it.
What do you suggest that you could do when a power play happens, when a trigger kind of comes up and you really want to like go at it and you want to like just like say your thing and everything? What do you think is the best way to deal with that right now?
Okay, there are times we need to say what we need to say, but in the middle of a power play, what happens, my interpretation is that we can lose the plot, and the feelings come out, an inner child that hasn't been looked at is coming out. So it's like we can be going along lovely for a while, and then we can get triggered by something and just lose the initiation. But most of the time, the more conscious we become, we know it's a power play. Mm-hmm. You know, I would never run a healing on myself and go shopping afterwards, because we hold more light then. Because you'd have probably somebody might be in the supermarket and they might start roaring at somebody else, because that's what happens, you know. So it's when we know this and when we're aware of it and we're conscious, more conscious, then we understand it. This becomes normal life to us. And we know when we're being triggered. And it's a brilliant opportunity when we're being triggered, when we're reacting, when we're, you know, because we'll all have our triggers, and they're normally our nearest and dearest, our karmic relationships, which we incarnated with, you know, to help us to evolve. And they're brilliant opportunities just to go into yourself and to feel, okay, go into your heart, go down between your hips and just feel, what am I feeling here? What is it? And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and you will find out, and you'll release it, let it go, and then you can speak. Because then you're not coming from the wounded child, or then you're not coming from the past life that you were persecuted in. Yeah. You know, you become more and more and more conscious. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's quite exciting. And the very time that you think, I have it nailed, by God, you won't have it nailed, because you lose it. You know, because we have to lose it.
Well, we have to remember, too, that if you do lose it, somebody triggers you and you just lose it, and you just, you know, and you let the inner child run around and stamp her foot and throw a fit, get it out of your system, and then turn around and look at it. Go inside and go, why was it she had to get out and run around and stamp her foot? What trigger is that? Because all the answers are within your heart. And then once you work on that and figure out what it is, because it's not the person on the outside, it's always within your heart. So once you start going in there and looking at that, that's when you start healing it and start to be able to release it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the amazing part.
Yeah, and there are slightly different ideas, I feel, around that, Bonnie. Because, you know, and sometimes we can do it slightly differently. Yeah. I would have been taught to actually feel it first. Feel it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm triggered. Feel it, and feel it for a couple of minutes. Yeah. Totally not go into and then ask, what is it? Yeah. Get a picture or a sound or a word, and then just burn it up and leave it go. And then it's actually gone. Yeah. To see, and there is no, I'm not saying for a minute that my way is the right way, but there are conflicting, maybe different ways people slightly do it, but I don't think it matters. It actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, you know, just whatever way that resonates with your heart, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
And but you always do have to feel it first. You have to feel it, or you don't understand where it's coming from. No, you don't. You know, question. You know, what is this trying to teach me? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also like a lot of the people who aren't awakened are just naturally trying to grab that 5D energy and bring it back down to 3D, because the 3D minds are just grasping at these straws because the whole framework is changing. So like it's like there's the triggers, but there's also, you can protect your energy field so that your energy is not getting sucked out when people are projecting their drama onto you, because all that's happening right now and people are getting depleted and they're like, I'm going to work and I feel like death when I get home because people keep coming at me and they keep bringing this up. So like protecting your energy field is really important during this time when then the collective is releasing.
Yeah. And that's why I suppose why I wanted to do, you know, my version of it or my interpretation of it is to just give people just basic tools. Basic tools, like you start to climb the stairs, you start at the bottom step. I had to start at the bottom step, and I was doing these basic tools. I couldn't feel it, but somewhere I knew, you know what, I feel better when I do this. And it wasn't even that I felt better because I did it. Then I started to feel it. So it was a progressive thing. And it's also about getting that connection to your own connection to the energy. Not through anybody else, but getting your own connection. And how do you get it? You have to practice it.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's why I suppose the gift that I was given was I couldn't feel anything. So I had to kind of step by step. And the only thing I suppose that kept me going was this inner knowing that I was going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Not that I knew what direction I was going in. Like a friend of mine said one time, she says, I'm halfway to nowhere. I don't know where I'm going, but I can't turn back. So, you know, it's like you just know there's something right about this. This feels right, and you just keep going.
Yeah, and that's such good advice because, like, you've you've mastered that knowing, and you know it, and you follow that instinct of yours. And so many people have questions, and they have the answers too, and they know it, and it always presents itself. But going with your knowing, going with what's your truth and your knowing, it's your path, it's your truth, and it's your light, and definitely it's the great advice to follow.
Yeah. And that takes time as well, and it takes making the mistakes to be part of that, to realize, oh shucks, should have gone with what my intuition was telling me there. But you know, and I think the people that are coming on stream now, they're waking up fast, like they're so fast, like, and they'll get the messages way faster because they're, you know, so it's very exciting. Really.
All right. There's a few of you out there that only get 2 months here for shadow work. It's go time. Here we go.
Yeah. It doesn't take as much, you know, people's gifts are just turning on and they just, you know, they're moving a whole lot faster because of the higher energy. And it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I find it fascinating to look at the younger people and go, shucks, man, they can actually do that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, but there's also, I suppose, a knowing, and I'm probably older than E3, definitely. And
I don't know.
I don't know, buddy. You're going to be anyway. But I suppose that knowing as well, that the people that went before me held the space for me, and I hold the space for others, and they hold the space for others, and younger. And that's where my responsibility, where I feel this is a big responsibility. So Nora, you're going to do your damnedest to do what you're meant to do while you're here.
Right. Because
nothing else makes sense to me anyway. So it's not even difficult even. It's like, it only makes sense to me. I said, no, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just doing this. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
by hook or by crook or the impossible, like, you know, we're basically doing the impossible, which is possible if you take the im away from in you know, the start of it. And it's just,
There's no M.
you know, just get on with it, I suppose.
Well, thank you, Nora, so much for
Yeah.
coming on and actually putting your hand up and saying, okay, I'll do a unity circle, and coming in here and showing us your style and your way of dealing with the energies that are around us at the moment. Nora's unity circle, it's called How to Take Responsibility for Your Own Energy. Will be on Friday, October 23rd, and it will be inside one of the Zoom rooms. And so if you want to be a part of that, all you need to do is go to the event at the top of the page in the announcement section, and in there is the link to go into the Zoom room. And then afterwards, we will be recording that while it's happening. And then afterwards, we will be replaying it in on our YouTube channel, which is called the New Earth AC YouTube channel. And you can find it and you can rewatch it over and over and over as much as you want. And I put the link to the YouTube page in the messages here below so that you can find the YouTube page and go over and subscribe, because every week we'll be having new unity circles going on there, and you can always catch up in case it gets put onto the feed and you can't find it in the Facebook. You can always go over there to find it. And then if you're also looking to see what kind of unity circles are happening this week, every Sunday we put up the events of all the unity circles for the week. So all you have to do is go into the announcement section and find them, and they'll be there for you. So that's all I have.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you know what? You're doing a great job, Tree. And there's probably more even, is there?
Jesse made
Jesse's the only one not here. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. You really are.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Nora. Love you.
Yeah.
We love
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.